office. So, that being said, let's get started. So, this is a reading for all Taurus placements of Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars. My name is Melissa. Welcome back to my channel. This is a general reading, so if there are things that resonate for you, great. If they don't, then leave it for someone else to pick up. In the description box below, you'll see a few of the links to my social media. Lady Magdalene's Mercantile is my physical store and pretty much where you can find me most of the time. If you'd like to schedule a personal reading, I recommend you get in my DMs at one of those areas, and we can discuss if I'm necessarily the reader for you. We can schedule a time, as well as if you would prefer to have it just recorded and sent to you, I have an option for that too, okay? So bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Swords. So Taurus, you're going to be making a lot of decisions right now. Right now, Uranus is in Taurus, and that gives us a huge, huge, huge opportunity to expand and grow in whatever area of life we want to. We're showing up as the Five of Wands, which tells me, you know, we probably have a lot of ideas, and and they're all fighting with one another. Sometimes I call this, there's too many chefs in the kitchen, basically, and they're all arguing. But I almost feel like this is all of your thoughts arguing. So that's how you're showing up. And then what's coming across as the conflict is yet another pure thought. So this is actually intuition. So I do feel like, you know, spirit is talking to you in some way, and you may be ignoring it. Um, you know, he's calling upon your creativity. It's kind of like, I almost feel like spirit is like, okay, can you just throw the rule book out? You can see there's a book here on the there's a book, there's a map, there's some music, and it's basically like, throw the rule book into the fire and just start creating. And I feel like that's what spirit has been telling us to do for a long time. It's like, we have all of these rules and restrictions. We have Pluto moving into Aquarius. We have Saturn and Pisces right now. There's just so much happening. And one of the astrologers that I follow, his name is Cam. I think it's called Cam Astrology. He's amazing, and he does a great job at explaining like what is exactly happening. And another tarot reader that I like to watch is Minopan Tarot. So I always like to shout out people that I feel like are doing good work, so I wanted to make sure I put that out there. But let's throw away the rule book. Okay, Taurus, I feel like it's time for you to really kind of create your own set of rules, and because we know deep down you're going to do what's good for the greater good. The base of the, speaking of intuition, the root of the problem is the Queen of Swords. I feel like you're using logic over your intuition. And yeah, logically, a lot of things don't make sense, and we can feel that there's a problem, but we don't do anything about it. So this is basically telling you, you got to pause on your, like, you know what you need to know. You've done your studying. We are always in a forever learning type of relationship with ourselves. At least I am. But sometimes you got to rely on just your intuition and what feels good, okay? In the past, you walked away from a lot. Basically, you know, you had this great wish. You had all of these wishes lined up here. That's what all these cups are. And you had all these wishes lined up, and you walked away from them because they weren't serving you anymore. And there is one cup that has like a little bit of like smoke coming out of it, and I feel like that's the one wish that kind of lingers, that like I almost feel like that's like the menace, like the menace thing that's kind of digging at you and kind of slowly picks at a scab on your heart. And I feel like that's something that you should be walking away from too, because it doesn't serve you. The scab, you could pick it and pick it and pick it. It's never going to get better unless you completely release it, if you know what I mean. So I love that for you. What's going on in your subconscious is the Eight of Wands. So I believe whenever you start creating, it's going to start going so fast, and you're going to be really super duper overwhelmed. But you have learned from your mistakes in the past, okay? You're given every opportunity, and I feel like the universe, you know, a lot of people say this, the universe is always conspiring to work in your favor and to make sure that things work out for you. And as this tornado is flowing, I feel like the right things are going to come to you because you know what you know, but you also feel what you feel. And I think that's an important thing for you, especially these next 2 weeks when things start getting hairy. If you do absolutely nothing different, we have the Ten of Swords. But what is that Buddha phrase? Get knocked down 9 times, stand up 10, or whatever. I feel like there's the last straw, and I feel like this is you like no longer talking to yourself poorly, not allowing others to treat you poorly, and really people not wasting your time. I feel like, you've played small, Taurus. You've played super duper small, and it almost feels like, the universe has shot these at you over and over again to tell you to stop. It's like a tap on the head, like, stop playing small, stop playing small, stop playing small. And it's like, how many times can Spirit hit you over the head and say, stop playing small, do what you love. Do what you love. That's what I keep hearing. Spirit's advice is the Knight of Pentacles. So Spirit's going to give you a gift, yet another gift. And it's going to come in, and it's going to be, I really, really hope you keep your eyes open, because I think the gift will be something that doesn't necessarily look like a gift, but it's going to be a gift for you. And it's going to be a gift for your growth. In the energy going on around you, we have the Justice card. It was in reverse, which I don't normally read reverses, but I want to see what this one says. So justice for me typically means either you've gone through a court case or there's a Libra around you. People say justice is blind. That just means they've never met her. She sees everything, even when it seems as though she isn't looking. There's no hiding the truth, and she sees your actions inside your soul. If things aren't going well, justice suggests looking at where your responsibility in the situation lies. But if you are worried that someone else won't get what they deserve, don't. Justice watches everyone, and sooner or later, she makes sure that scale balances out. Yeah, you can see she's got like one eye kind of closed, and she's got her book there. One of the things to consider is the idea of karma is simple. You reap what you sow. Life, of course, rarely works out exactly the way, but sooner or later, things tend to come back around. Sooner or later, things come back around. So I almost feel like what's going on around you is, I feel like Spirit has given you every opportunity to go forward. Every opportunity to go forward. And maybe you're missing it because logically, it doesn't seem like it could happen, but it will. So both in your hopes and fears, we have the Seven of Wands. So your hopes is, you get to do what you do, you love what you do, and you stand by your word. But your fears are, you get to do what you do, you love what you do, and you stand by your word, and people aren't going to like it. It's hard to be, I feel like it's hard to be in a position where people don't like you because of some sort of odd judgment, right? Like, this field is being judged critically right now. The way women look is being judged. Like, we don't all look like avatars. There's a lot of judgment. And I feel like Taurus is the one sign that we just don't care what other people think. We're going to wear what we want to wear. We're going to, do as we wish. And at least the Taurus women that I know, I don't know about, Taurus men too. We don't really give a shit what other people think. And it hurts. It hurts when someone doesn't like us because we think we're pretty likable. We think we're pretty likable people. But some people aren't going to like you regardless. So I feel like that's in your hopes and fears is like, oh no, am I going to find more people that don't like me? But for every one person that you find doesn't, there's going to be someone that does. I promise you that. So what's going on in the end game? It's the Six of Wands. You're going to be celebrated. 6 is a very lucky number. It's victorious. And I think that you're going to be celebrated because you're doing what you love. You're doing what you love. You're holding your standard high. You're not taking crap from anyone. You're accepting from the universe. You're asking for help. Um, you're doing all the right things to really open up your mind, your heart, your space to abundance. And I feel like, I've been talking a lot about wealth this week and like, what is wealthy? What is success to you? And the reality is, only you can put parameters on that. And are they your parameters that make you feel successful, or are they someone else's parameters? So I love that for you, Taurus. I'm going to pull one more card here. It's a Soul's Journey card from the James Van Praagh deck. Lesson cards. There is like a gas, they're working on like the gas lines, and it smells awful. Burning. All right. Indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. What did I say about feeling more the feelings and leaning into those? All right, Taurus, thank you so much for watching. Again, if you would love an extended option, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. I would love to pay back for some of the love that I've received on this channel, because it is a small one and I appreciate the small group. Anyway, I will talk to you later. Toodaloo.